Blessed love, house of Israel. I am Honorable Priest Teddy, the Melchizedek Righteous Kingdom. This video is about the Lunar Sabbath and David and the Shewbread. I haven't done a video on the topic because I see where my brothers and my sisters on YouTube, they do a phenomenal job explaining the Lunar Sabbath. But at the same time, there are some that they put up videos trying to disprove the Lunar Sabbath. I haven't got any fancy slides or any translation books or anything like that, because this here is pretty clear cut. I'm just going to use common sense and we'll prove it, that David and the Shewbread does prove the Lunar Sabbath. So we'll start off with 1 Samuel 20 verse 5. And here we go. And David said unto Jonathan, Behold, tomorrow is the new moon, and I should not fail to sit with the king at meat, but let me go, that I may hide myself in the field unto the third day at even. Alright, so we'll slide over to the Lunar Sabbath calendar, and new moon day is always the first day of the month, the lunar month, followed by day 2. So David was to hide himself for 3 days at even. So the first day would be new moon day, day 2, day 3 at even. Okay, so let's move back to the Bible and we'll read verse 18 and 19. Then Jonathan said to David, Tomorrow is the new moon, and thou shalt be missed, because thy seat will be empty. And when thou hast stayed 3 days, then thou shalt go down quickly and come to the place where thou didst hide thyself when the business was in hand, and shall remain by the stone Ezel. Yeah, the place where he hid himself is referring to 1 Samuel 19 verse 1 or 2, something like that. Let me see, 1 Samuel 19 verse 1 and 2. Yeah, verse 2. Alright, so he was to hide himself there until the third day, and then he was supposed to, at evening, then he was supposed to make his way down to the stone. Okay? Alright, so we'll move back to the Bible, verse 35. And it came to pass in the morning that Jonathan went out into the field at the time appointed with David, and the little lad with him. So a lot of these people trying to rebut the Lunar Sabbath, they're thinking, and it came to pass that the morning was the morning after Jonathan had the dinner with Saul and the falling out. So they're thinking that the morning was the morning of the third, but oh no, let me go back and read. It says, and it came to pass in the morning that Jonathan went out into the field at the time appointed with David, and the little lad with him. So the morning, it didn't say the next morning, it just says that the morning at the time appointed. So if you look back at the chart, he was supposed to stay until evening, so the next morning would be on the 4th of the month. So it's on the 4th of the month that David did meet, Jonathan did meet David in the field. Alright, so we'll go back to the Bible, and this time what I'm going to do, because I'm going to make this real short, I'm going to skip over to 1 Samuel 21, and I'll just get to the verse 5, because it's regarding when David came and the priest with the showbread. And David answered the priest and said unto him, Of a truth women have been kept from us about these 3 days since I came out, and the vessels of the young men are holy, and the bread is in a manner common. Yea, though it were sanctified this day in the vessel. Alright, so here we're saying David is telling the priest that it's been 3 days since he came out. Here's another place where a lot of people make the mistake, because they're thinking it's the 3 days he been in hiding. No, it's the 3 days since he came out. He says women have been kept from us about these 3 days since I came out. So the 3 days since he came out was on the 4th. So if he came out on the 4th, look at what we got here. 1, 2, 3. Get what I'm saying? So people need to read with a fine-tooth comb and read with some understanding. It's not 3 days since he's been in hiding, since he came out. So he came out on the 4th, and we got here 1, 2, 3. And then the Sabbath, the priest would change the bread in the morning of the 8th of the month. So a day is from dawn to dusk. You understand what I'm saying? So let me just do a quick recap here, and then I'm going to wrap it up real quick. 3 days in hiding, 1, 2, 3 at even, and he met him the following morning, not the morning of the 3rd. Get what I'm saying? And then at some point on the 4th, they left on their journey. I don't know what time, but like David says, about these 3 days, 1, 2, 3, right into the Sabbath. So with quick reading and understanding and reading between the lines, I could show you right here. Actually, I'm showing you right here where David and the showbread does prove the lunar Sabbath. People need to read with more understanding. So have yourselves a wonderful day, and keep pressing and keep focusing on the natural calendar. I don't need to go into the topic. The topic's been beat, and the lunar scriptures does prove the lunar Sabbath.